I want to thank everybody, first and foremost, for just celebrating with us. Traci was my everything.
It's called the Traci.
We just kept flying back and forth this year. We took turns with different things, and everyone had their own role in being there for her. We laughed a lot with her. We cried a lot with her.
Traci Braxton, the singer, actress, TV, and radio personality who appeared in all 7 seasons of the popular series Braxton Family Values, has died after a battle with esophageal cancer.
Y'all, the Braxton family drama is back and messier than ever. This time, Tamar and Toni are facing major backlash after being accused of coming for Traci's son, Kevin Jr. Why? Well, he's out here spilling tea, calling them out for allegedly being gold diggers, and even trying to swipe Toni's money. Yep, you heard that right. This family feud just went crazy. Stick around, because we're breaking down all the wild details, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. The Braxton family drama, Kevin Jr. versus his aunts. Before Traci Braxton passed away, she made sure to put a will in place, but honey, that will has stirred up nothing but chaos. In her will, she named her son, Kevin Jr., as the personal representative of her estate. This basically gave him full control over her final arrangements, from funeral plans to managing her legacy.
I don't really have much to say. My mother was my best friend. I loved her. I miss her. When my mother told me she had cancer, the first thing she said was, Kev, I'm gonna beat this. I'm gonna beat this. It's like, all right, Ma, that's cool. And I was at work when I found out the news. I was like, all right, Ma. And then the last time I talked to her about her being sick, I said, Ma, you already won.
Now here's the thing, Traci had very specific instructions. She didn't want a huge public spectacle. Instead, she requested one private viewing, followed by cremation, and even excluded certain organizations like Zeta Beta Sorority and the Order of the Eastern Stars from participating. Talk about keeping things precise, right? But wait, it gets deeper. Traci's will also stated that Kevin Jr. would eventually take over her brand and likeness, making him the one to carry on her legacy when the time was right. Meanwhile, her husband, Kevin Sr., was left with some assets, including a few bank accounts and a diamond ring. The majority of her estate, though, went straight to her son.
I look like I would run it every day. I don't. Hello?
When we stayed together at her house in the bed and we talked, and she said, Mommy, I love you.
And here's where the whispers start. Rumors are swirling that Traci bypassed her husband for a reason. Word on the street is that Kevin Sr. may have cheated on her and potentially passed on HPV, which some believe contributed to her throat cancer. If that's true, Traci's decision to leave Kevin Jr. in charge might have been her way of protecting her legacy and keeping her estate out of Kevin Sr.'s hands. Why didn't Traci leave her sisters in charge? Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why didn't Traci leave any of her sisters in charge of her estate? It's a valid question, and the tea is piping hot. According to sources, Traci didn't trust her sisters at all. Rumor has it, she felt like an outsider in her own family for years, and honestly, fans of the Braxtons have seen glimpses of this dynamic play out on screen. Let's not forget, Traci wasn't just some background character in the Braxton family legacy. She had her own voice, her own story, and her own struggles. But time and time again, fans noticed how she was often dismissed or overshadowed by her sisters. Remember that one episode of the Braxtons when the family visited her, and instead of showing support, they criticized her cooking? It might have looked like petty reality TV drama, but it was also a reflection of how Traci felt overlooked and frankly, disrespected.
Wanda, that's where you got it from.
Well, I learned from the best.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because she want to make sure her child is doing it right. She should be.
She's 7.
She should be. Same for your food.
Her sister too is so sweet.
So, when it came time to decide who would manage her estate, can we really blame her for not picking her sisters? Traci wanted someone she could rely on, someone who would genuinely protect her legacy. And that's where Kevin Jr. comes in. He wasn't just her son, he was her rock, standing by her side through thick and thin. For Traci, leaving her estate to him wasn't just a decision, it was a statement. Kevin Jr.'s struggles after Traci's passing. Let's keep it real. Stepping into the role of managing Traci's estate hasn't been a walk in the park for Kevin Jr. Since his mom's passing, he's faced an avalanche of challenges, and it's heartbreaking to see. Not only did he lose his mother, but he was also in the middle of a messy divorce with his wife, Olivia Herron, at the same time. Imagine dealing with all that while trying to honor your mom's legacy. It's a lot for anyone to handle. In the first episode of the new Braxton family show, Kevin Jr. opened up about how overwhelming it's been. The grief, the stress, the constant family drama, it's taken a toll on him. And if you thought that was bad, here's the kicker. Trina, one of Traci's sisters, revealed that Kevin Jr. and his dad, Kevin Sr., weren't even on speaking terms during their time of mourning. The strain between father and son added another layer of emotional chaos to an already messy situation.
The one thing I've been trying to do is just keep good friends and family around me to help uplift me. So that's been my number one thing. And I'm also, doing my own kind of therapy too, so to help me, my day-to-day.
The warrant drama and Tamar's accusations. And just when you thought the drama couldn't get any messier, enter Tamar Braxton, stirring the pot like only she can. In episode 7, Tamar hinted that Kevin Jr. might have been talking to the police, throwing the family into another whirlwind. Tawanda, another sister, later revealed that she'd received a tip about Kevin Jr. having a warrant out for his arrest. Now, here's where it gets shady. There's speculation that someone close to Kevin Jr. might have set him up. Imagine dealing with the battle over your mom's estate, a strained relationship with your dad, and now rumors about legal trouble. It's no wonder Kevin Jr. has been feeling the pressure. The family tension, Kevin Jr. and Kevin Sr. The Braxton family drama just keeps escalating, and the tension between Kevin Jr. and Kevin Sr. is reaching a boiling point. Since Traci's passing, the emotional strain on Kevin Jr. has been painfully clear. In a shocking moment shared by the showrunner, Kevin Jr. suffered a seizure during filming, leaving everyone scrambling to help. Tawanda revealed that it was Kevin Jr.'s then-wife, Olivia Herron, who called her about the incident, emphasizing just how deeply Traci's death has affected Kevin Jr.'s mental and physical health.
Showing people at home that this is what families look like. Yeah. You're being open about it and welcoming us into your home in real time. So shout out to you. I'm sure it's difficult, but as you said, you all are working through it.
And that's the other thing, right? Like we all go through it. Parents go through, parents and kids go through certain things. Everything's not perfect all the time,
It was a terrifying moment, and it underscored how much weight Kevin Jr. has been carrying, dealing with his grief, family drama, and the enormous responsibility of managing Traci's estate. Heated arguments and fractured relationships. But if you thought the seizure was the worst of it, think again. New footage surfaced showing a heated argument between Kevin Jr. and his father, Kevin Sr. And let me tell you, the tension was off the charts. In the clip, you can hear Kevin Jr. accusing his father, saying, "You told me no," while Kevin Sr. fires back, calling him a liar and even blaming him for Traci's cancer. The argument revealed just how fractured their relationship has become. Many believe this animosity stems from Traci's decision to leave Kevin Jr. in charge of her estate instead of her husband. It's created what feels like an unspoken competition for control over Traci's legacy. And it's messy, to say the least.
Me no. You told me no. You told me no. You told me no. You told me no. When I asked you if they can live in a house, you said no though. But you said no. You told me no. You told me no. I'm not lying. I have no reason to lie to you. Who the motherfucking dude?
Fans were quick to weigh in on social media, with some sympathizing with Kevin Jr. and others questioning Kevin Sr.'s behavior. Kevin Sr.'s expose, capitalizing on Traci's death. Just when you thought the Braxton family drama had reached its peak, Kevin Sr. decided to spill even more tea. And this time, it's about the sisters. According to him, the Braxton sisters have not only been disrespectful toward him since Traci's passing, but have also been capitalizing on her death for their own benefit. The tension reportedly exploded during the planning of Traci's funeral. In her will, Traci made it very clear that she didn't want a public funeral. She requested to be cremated immediately, with no wake, no viewing, and no big spectacle. Yet, Kevin Sr. pushed ahead with a memorial service anyway, claiming it was what Traci had wanted and that she had planned it with her management team and PR.
I thought I was doing okay until you started talking and it kind of took me there, but I miss my sisters so much every day. But I'm glad to be here and hanging out with you and the wonderful fans and everyone in the audience. Thank you guys for having me.
This decision didn't sit well with the sisters, who felt Kevin Sr. was blatantly going against Traci's wishes. From their perspective, it seemed like Kevin Sr. was trying to take control in a way that disrespected Traci's memory, and it only added fuel to the fire. The funeral fallout. The funeral itself was another breeding ground for drama. Traci's father, who was already grieving the loss of his daughter, was reportedly denied access to the service at first because his name wasn't on the guest list. Can you imagine? When he was eventually allowed in, he was placed in the 4th row. Yes, the 4th row, and wasn't even permitted to speak or share any words about Traci. The disrespect was glaring, and it deepened the already growing resentment within the family. Kevin Sr. fired back at the sisters, accusing them of painting him as a dead husband in the media. He insists that he was only following what Traci had planned, but the sisters aren't buying it. To them, his actions felt less like honoring Traci's wishes and more like taking over her legacy for his own purposes. Fans have been vocal about their thoughts on this drama, with some siding with Kevin Sr. and others fully backing the Braxton sisters. Kevin Sr. speaks out, his struggles with the family and the grief process. Kevin Sr. didn't mince words when he finally opened up about his experience following Traci's passing. He made it clear that he stood by Traci through every challenge, claiming no one else fully understood the depth of their relationship. "I was with my wife more than anybody in this world. I know my wife," he stated passionately. During Traci's battle with cancer, their conversations took on a more serious tone, often revolving around funeral plans and preparing for the worst. Kevin Sr. described how he accompanied Traci to every doctor's appointment, standing by her side and fighting alongside her every step of the way. Accusations and public fallout. Despite his unwavering support during Traci's illness, Kevin Sr. says he was unfairly portrayed as a deadbeat husband after her passing. He pointed fingers at the Braxton sisters, claiming they made their disdain for him no secret, both in private and on their reality show. One memorable moment fans recall is when Traci called Tawanda a snake for trying to orchestrate a family intervention during a Napa Valley trip. That moment painted a picture of the underlying tension between Traci, Kevin Sr., and the rest of the Braxton family. And let's not forget Tamar, who slammed Kevin Sr. over his criminal record during a heated argument, further fueling the divide.
Just a video that's been circulating on social media. It's showing a disagreement between my son and I. Unfortunately, this video was recorded by someone with intent on gaining notoriety and defaming my character. During this exchange, some disrespectful remarks were made. As a father, I felt it was important to address this situation firmly and in the moment. I want to make it clear that no physical altercations occurred, and this incident happened some time ago and is being made to seem recent. It's disheartening to see this recording being used to create division and to mock our relationship.
For Kevin Sr., these public attacks felt like an attempt to tarnish his reputation, and he believes they overshadowed the real story of his relationship with Traci. The disconnection in grief. What struck a nerve with fans was how disconnected Kevin Sr. appeared to be from the Braxton family's grief process. Despite being Traci's husband for years and standing by her during her most difficult moments, Kevin Sr. says he felt excluded and sidelined after her death. This dynamic was jarring for many fans to witness. How could someone so close to Traci be left out of the family's grieving process? It's clear that the tensions between Kevin Sr. and the Braxton sisters didn't disappear after Traci's passing. In fact, they seemed to intensify, making an already tragic situation even harder for everyone involved. Why Traci trusted her son over everyone else. When you take a closer look at how things have unfolded, it becomes crystal clear why Traci left everything to her son, Kevin Jr., instead of her sisters or her husband. Let's be honest, the Braxton sisters allegedly had a history of mistreating Traci and overlooking her contributions to the family. Time and time again, fans pointed out how Traci seemed like the odd one out, and it's no stretch to imagine that she might have worried about how they'd handle her legacy.
I don't know if she was trying to hang on for me, you know, baby Kevin, Liv, my father. But I know me seeing my mother like that was hard enough, you know?
By putting Kevin Jr. in charge, Traci made a bold and calculated move to ensure her wealth and memory were protected. She wasn't just handing over her estate. She was making sure her son wouldn't be left out in the cold. With Kevin Jr. at the helm, Traci knew her legacy would be in the hands of someone who truly had her best interests at heart. Kevin Sr.'s role in honoring Traci's wishes, and then there's Kevin Sr. While he's faced his fair share of criticism and accusations, one thing seems clear: he's trying to look out for his son. Despite all the drama with the Braxton sisters and the tension over the estate, Kevin Sr. appears to be doing his best to honor Traci's wishes. Fans speculate that his often combative behavior comes from a place of protection, both for Traci's legacy and for Kevin Jr.'s future. Whether you agree with his methods or not, it's hard to ignore the fact that he's fighting to ensure that Traci's memory isn't overshadowed by family drama. Whew, y'all, this Braxton family drama is something else, and it doesn't seem like it's cooling down anytime soon. From accusations of gold digging to the ongoing battle over Traci's legacy, it's clear there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than we'll ever know. What do you think? Was Kevin Jr. right to call out his aunts, or should he have kept it private? Do you believe Kevin Sr. is genuinely trying to honor Traci's wishes, or is he adding to the drama? And lastly, do you think the Braxton sisters will ever mend their relationship with Kevin Jr., or is this family feud beyond repair? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and stick around for more tea. We've got some wild stories coming up on the end screen.